His name's Jonathan.
So, we're about Minnesota. Warren?
Did we get a suggestion for
Minnesota.
Minnesota.
Excellent. Good choice.
Hey guys, thanks for coming over. Dave and I just went on the most amazing vacation.
It was fabulous, wasn't it?
We just had the best time. Our entire marriage was really rejuvenated.
Bonded together.
In the windy, cold, lukewarm air of Minnesota. Yeah, we even
Could say we were swept away.
oh,
by
we
it.
had just the best time.
The
We
best.
both came back talking like Sarah Palin.
If she were a Mormon.
If only. No one could be that perfect.
Yeah, really. Uh-oh.
So without further ado, you guys are great to come over and watch. We'll tell you a little bit about what we did.
Good. We like to begin in the dark, get everyone in a peaceful place. Everyone take an inhale together.
touching.
1,
No touching.
2, 3. And back. Okay. Life does that to you sometimes.
So this is right when we arrived in Minneapolis. That's me, you can see. We took a yoga class that they offered there. I'd never taken yoga before, but they swore it was for beginners.
And this is me helping her out, extending with the elbows. This here is called the paraplegic swan pose. Like this.
What was interesting about the yoga class, as you can see, is it was all done in the nude.
Right.
And these were complete strangers who came in.
This is Andy,
Yeah.
showing us little Andy here, and proud of it.
This is Billy and Fred, and they said that they were allowed to come in and watch the nude yoga. So I guess that's how they do things in Minnesota, but we sure had a good time.
You're picking up just a little of the accent, too.
Did you hear me do it? I sound just like Sarah Palin.
Let's move on to the next slide, brother. Again, into the darkness, but not like a Dylan Thomas kind of a darkness. A peaceful kind of a serenity.
All right, so this next slide is really interesting because after yoga, we left, and my husband will tell you where we went.
We no, it was a real hoot. We went, you'll never believe this, we went into the forest. And
Who knew they had forests?
I know, just all around. It was incredible. So this is me defending us against Andy, who had, despite the fact that we had finished yoga, was still really introducing his little, so did what we could to fend him off here. This is me defending my wife. She's not sure what's happened yet, so she's running over to see, but she's about to get a big surprise, if you know what
There's a really funny story about why I'm holding that knife. I'll tell you guys, just like I told him, I wasn't going for your kidney, honey. I just got confused.
No, I believed you. And the stitches, there were only 18 of them. She didn't hit me very, it wasn't a real
In the
bad.
melee, I just really lost count.
Melee.
And, it's, this hand right here really wasn't anywhere near my butt.
Right.
So it's just, the picture just
That's
makes
right.
it look like that. But actually we had just some confusion.
That's true. So we dispatched Andy, and Fred and Billy were still with us here. Billy doing his Rodin impression.
So as you'll see in the next slide,
Yeah.
it became increasingly apparent that Billy was actually just a homeless person.
Okay. All right. And here we are once more into the darkness.
So as we're wandering through the forest, we got
I feel like Roy
attacked
Williman up
by
there.
a tribe of Native Americans.
I'm sorry. What is it?
By a tribe of Native Americans.
Oh, how could I forget? Yes.
These
In the
Native
forest.
Americans, it's a common misconception that Native Americans say how. They actually say how. Right? And,
Right, twice. How?
Yeah. And so
Really
what we learned about them is that they actually greet you like this. I was trying to take a picture. I was trying to get my camera ready. Billy, funny story.
Yeah.
We later found out was a homeless man. Yeah, he was lurking in the background, getting ready to steal everything out of my backpack.
As you can imagine, homeless people are threatening enough with the styrofoam cups on the corner, but when you run into one in the forest, it's time to put up a shield. Luckily, Andy's dead body acted perfectly as a way to just keep us separated, an obstacle between the danger and our honeymoon.
So it was pretty dangerous, but luckily the Native Americans turned out to be more interested in attacking the homeless man than attacking attacking us, so we threw him in their path. They killed him. You'll see that in the next slide.
Here's the violent death in our next slide.
It's crazy.
Okay, coming
You
down
guys
slowly.
won't believe how they
Slow
killed
fade.
him.
It's
You'll
like-
never be able to guess the kind of crazy, untraditional way in which they killed him that you'll see.
Okay, as you can see, stake through the gut, just like that. Stake through the gut. This is you, honey. Remember that what celebration we had on that final mallet
I should
drop.
wear those jeans more often.
What's that?
Good look for me.
Yes, you should. But doesn't she look good all the time?
Yeah, so yeah, this was me, and whoopsies, accidentally killed one of the Native Americans. I think there's still a lawsuit pending on that one. But here's what's interesting about this is Billy, the homeless man, was the one who was brutally murdered by the Native American tribe. And this guy, this tall guy, killed him with his mind.
Yeah, he just showed up out of the forest. It was like Ian McKellen at the end of whatever movie that was. He looked strangely like me. It was freaky. Yeah.
It's true. And this guy back here just he kept bursting out into song, but it was really inappropriate. So he stopped himself.
Right. Forcibly. So let's move on to our last slide. This is us, actually, this is what you might call the chase scene. That's how we like to think of it. Us fleeing together as a loving unit. Away from them, but not very far. As the next slide, there was one of those shutters with the. Okay. No. How like life? God just comes to you at the strangest of times. Tremendous. I'd like also to thank the the people at GE for helping us with our holographic slide presentation.
CNN.
Like CNN. That's right. Wolf Blitzer's my guy. Go ahead.
So this is at the very end of our trip.
Yes.
As you can see, Billy the homeless man is ascending into homeless heaven.
That's right. I remember the beginning of Salute to the Sun there.
There's no homeless.
That's the first step. So off we go, and of course, Zombie Andy, why wouldn't he? I mean, he's got a tripod there to stand on, so he's... and then, of course, our soundtrack provided by the man who just couldn't stop himself. So he was from the 1812...
It was beautiful. Greece.
It was Greece. I always get Greece, lightning, 1812. It's like... It's always those two, you know?
Yeah, and that's... we had a great trip, led off into that sweet...
Into the sunset. And what a great one it was. I encourage you all to go to Minnesota, and thanks again to the GE people. Good night. Thank you so much for coming.